The video the user shared is definitely feeder content. I don't think I need to explain how it is. If you estimate that income per month for a full year, it's gonna be about, which is pretty insane. Hey guys, today we're talking about why we should be concerned about jellybeansweets and the cautionary tale that comes from mukbang content. Jellybeansweets is a mukbang content creator with over 1.4 million followers on TikTok. If you're not familiar with what a mukbang is, here's a more official definition, but it's pretty much when somebody eats in front of the camera. This genre of content became very popular first in South Korea in the early 2010s and has become a global trend since around the mid 2010s. In a world where people are becoming more and more isolated, mukbangs have become a way for people to connect with someone and not have to spend their meals eating alone. There can also be an ASMR aspect to it and a visual shocking aspect depending on the type and the quantity of the food being eaten. So Jellybeansweets' account used to be Just Dance Lives with occasional mukbangs of her eating Subway and chatting, hence why her bio says Just Dance and Mukbang Girl, but her dance videos have become fewer and farther between. When she was a smaller creator, she found some success through her Just Dance Lives, but her dance videos wouldn't find as much success. She started to notice that her mukbang videos would do better. So she started really leaning into the mukbang content, most of them being with fast food. We're talking Chick-fil-A, Taco Bell, Wingstop. At the start, her mukbangs were pretty casual. The pace she's eating the food seems pretty normal, and she's eating what an average person would eat for a meal at whatever fast food chain that she's eating at. But as it progressed more and more, her content has now morphed into this quick-paced overeating of fast foods, sometimes even multiple times a day. Her content is becoming increasingly alarming and is falling into a formula that we've seen before with other mukbang creators. Quick disclaimer, this is not a video meant as hate towards all mukbangs or all mukbang creators. I think we can all agree there are healthy and safe as well as unhealthy and dangerous ways to participate in different hobbies and activities. This video is meant to shed some light on those potential dangers. Jellybeansweets seems like a kind and joyful person. In no way am I making this video to send hate towards her as a person. Whether she's aware of it or not, I believe she's in a dangerous situation, and I think it's interesting to analyze what's going on. So let's talk about it. Now, we can't have a video that talks about the dangers of mukbang content without discussing Nikocado Avocado. Nikocado Avocado first started his YouTube channel as a vegan vlogger who was also a freelance violinist. His growth was actually pretty slow until he decided to try and make a mukbang video in 2016. Mukbangs were really gaining traction in South Korea at the time, and he saw an opportunity to bring it over to the West. His first mukbang video was a huge success, and it's still one of his most popular videos that he's ever uploaded. And because it was such a huge success, he made another mukbang video, and another, and another, and it just spiraled. It just continued until his whole account was just a mukbang account. And soon after that gets started, he quits being vegan with the stance that he can't remain being deficient in what he needs in order to maintain a vegan diet. Which, okay, sure, valid. I'm not here to tell you to be vegan or not. I'm personally not vegan, but I can't help but also feel like his decision to not be vegan anymore was also influenced by the more extreme content he'd be able to make without the dietary restriction. As his channel grew, he also gained an immense amount of weight, going from about 150 to over 400 pounds. And his mental health also appeared to be suffering through his actions and behaviors being really unhinged. He would have crying episodes and throw tantrums. He would claim that he does want to lose the weight, but he couldn't break out of the cycle since this was his livelihood. He would also claim that he would play up being this dramatic person on camera because that's what the audience enjoyed. But when you're constantly pretending and putting up a front, when does it just become who you are? In 2019, he told Men's Health that he suffers from erectile dysfunction and a loss of libido as a result of his binge eating. In 2021, he claimed that he had fractured his ribs after months of excessive forceful coughing, and he told his viewers that he is classed as disabled and rides a mobility scooter. So this guy started as a vegan vlogger with the dream of playing violin in a New York Broadway show and turned into a controversial figure in classic cautionary tale when it comes to anyone considering mukbang content. People are now comparing Jellybeansweets' journey to Nikocado Avocados because they're both people who started with healthier content, doing mukbangs as a casual thing, not expecting it to blow up and then it becoming their entire brand. From what I saw before, Jellybeansweets used to be pescatarian and Nikocado Avocado used to be vegan. These people changed their diets and eating habits in order to produce better content. And Jellybeansweets' mukbang videos are now reaching more extreme and alarming heights. Netizens are saying that she's not only showing concerning eating habits in her videos, but they also feel like she's now catering to this thing called feeder content. One post on Reddit reads, "I've seen someone else post a Reddit about Jellybean, but am I the only one who thinks this is a feederism fetish? People pay her to buy food so she can make mukbangs and see her gain weight. Like she's clearly been eating a lot. She's been eating Taco Bell every day lately and still getting a lot of likes. It's clear that some creepy men like that kind of things. I'm pretty sure she won't stop. She's getting paid, so why not? So what is feeder content? Feeder content refers to a genre of videos where people, who are usually women, eat large quantities of food on camera. It tends to fall under a fat fetishism category. For example, if two people are in a feeder type relationship, it's usually a male who likes to encourage weight gain in his female partner through pushing her to overeat and eat unhealthy foods. Feeder content can come from the most innocent types of mukbangs where people just turn it into something more inappropriate, but there are some common things you'll see in these videos that make it intentionally cater to feeder content. Let's discuss and then see one of her videos that really encompasses everything. For one thing, it's clear that jellybeansweets eats very aggressively in her pace and the amount of food. In some videos, she'll include the time limits of her eating in the caption, and in these videos, she's always eating at a super fast pace. It also translates to how messy she needs to eat the food. She takes these huge bites and then goes for another bite before even finishing chewing her first bite. She'll specify the large quantity of food or use wording like full to indicate how much she's going to consume. She would also often post eating these full fast food meals multiple times a day, or at least in the same clothing to imply that it's on the same day. Creators have made videos estimating her calorie intakes for the day, and her meals are often over 1,000 calories each. And for the days she posts all 3 meals, it can reach up to 3,000 to 5,000 calories. To put those numbers into perspective, Google tells me that a moderately active adult woman typically needs 1,600 to 2,400 calories per day. That is not a good sign. She also does this thing where she gulps down a ton of her drink towards the beginning of her video, which is again giving excessive consumption. Whenever there's sauce involved, which is pretty often, she pours a ton of it on. Very excessive for visual intensity. It's dripping all over. She knows it's messy, but she wants it to be messy because it's better for her content. People also pointed out in her recent Taco Bell video that her stomach is sticking out while she's eating, which really confirmed to many that she knows what she's doing and she's intentionally leading into this feeder audience. Or it's intentional rage bait, but either way, it's making the content that the feeders will like. I wouldn't normally say just because she's showing her stomach that this is something inappropriate, but it's just that factor mixed with everything else we just discussed that is just so hard to ignore. So this video, captioned Taco Bell Mukbang, 2 burritos all under 4 minutes, encompasses everything that we just talked about. In the video, she's eating 2 burritos smashed together for shock value. She gulps down her soda as usual and pours a huge amount of sauce all over, and she eats at a fast pace that causes it to be super messy. She includes the time limit in her caption. This video has 41,000 saves and 19 million views. And the sounds that come from the video of her eating, look, I'm a big fan of ASMR content, but this type does not do it for me. And then I found the Reddit thread. Somebody posted on a Reddit, and I believe they also shared this on TikTok, of them messaging jellybeansweets on Instagram asking for feeder content and her actually responding and agreeing. The user messaged, "Do you do customs?" Jellybeansweets responds, "What do you mean by custom? Custom mukbangs? How much would you pay and what would you want me to eat? Willing to pay $150 for messy burrito long video or purchase item in wish list. Sorry for English, it is not a first language, I am in Spain. If you can make it like this with more liquid. LOL, I actually just ordered Taco Bell and it's coming in like 10 minutes. I'd be willing. Can I still post it on TikTok like I do with my other mukbangs? Yes, and not talking, only eating. Did you order sauce? Yes, I ordered quite a few sauces. It'll be messy. And for the payment, could you just order me some stuff off my wish list? That's easiest for me. Linked above is idea for you I would like to see." The video the user shared is definitely feeder content. I don't think I need to explain how it is. So jellybeansweets asked that the user just buy something off of her wish list, and he responded, "Okay, heart eye emoji," and she liked the message. They also later posted a screen recording from their last post to kind of prove that these aren't fake DMs. And I think jellybeansweets knows about this subreddit because she blocked the user afterwards. Now, could the DMs still be fabricated and faked in some sort of way? Of course, but it's really not looking too good for jellybeansweets. This really confirms that girly knows what she's doing. She does have trolls that just leave plain mean comments about her appearance, but there are also a lot of genuinely concerned people and fans of hers. You got people asking for more Just Dance content like before instead of only doing mukbangs. And there's a ton of people encouraging her when she does eat healthier to keep doing it. Like, she recently participated in the cucumber trend on TikTok, and people were happy to see her eating something that wasn't fast food. There's also a ton of people encouraging her whenever she does a slower paced mukbang to keep making content like that. These people are trying to get her to see that she doesn't need to keep doing these over-the-top feeder-like videos in order to still have a following. But it's definitely tough because a huge reason she's popular is the high engagement on her videos by people commenting these concerns, mixed with the people commenting because they genuinely enjoy feeder content, and mixed with people commenting because they're disgusted by the rage bait. So what I'm saying is, if she just did regular mukbangs, her engagement is going to plummet. I do wonder if any of her family or friends have expressed similar concerns. She's only 20 years old and she's going down a very dangerous path. There are also a group of people who are defending jellybeansweets' eating habits, saying that they love her mukbang videos, she's just eating so let her be, with the energy of just leave her alone if she's happy, and this job is what's giving her money, so just support her. But these types of comments are contributing to the problem that is encouraging people to essentially harm themselves, since it is encouraging them to overeat in order to gain fame, money, views, whatever it is. And I don't even blame the mukbang creators, honestly. It can be really hard to say no when you're in a situation like this because it seems like a great opportunity to make money, especially when you have a group of people telling you that what you're doing is totally fine. Bottom line is that creators continue doing things that work, and if this content is working, then she's going to continue it. She wasn't getting the same engagement out of her Just Dance videos and the Subway mukbangs before, so she doesn't want to go back to that. And these videos are making her decent money because she was able to quit her job. There was speculation from netizens that she made $250,000 during the first half of the year, but jellybeansweets made a TikTok addressing it and talked about her actual RPM and how much she really makes. She responded to the 250K rumor saying that she wishes, and she clarified what her RPM is. RPM is the amount she gets paid per 1,000 views on a TikTok. She said that in a month, her RPM averages to about 7 cents, which is actually pretty low in comparison to other creators. I believe there are some accounts with RPMs over $1, but based on that 7 cents, let's try doing an estimation. So taking her 21 most recent-ish videos at the time of filming, they average at about 8.5 million views per video. So 8.5 million views, let's subtract about 3 million views since TikTok has other criteria for what counts as a qualified view. So 8.5 million views on a video doesn't often mean 8.5 million qualified views. So let's just bring it down to make a conservative guess. So 5.5 million qualified views of video making 7 cents RPM would be $385 per video. And in July 2024, she posted 78 videos. So 385 times 78 is $30,030, which is pretty insane. If you estimate that income per month for a full year, it's gonna be about $360,360 before taxes, of course. But that doesn't include potential brand deals and sponsorships or other income streams from her platform. It's interesting to see that she chose to address the money speculations, but none of the concerns over her health. She definitely sees what people are saying about her health and feeder content because it's all over her comment section. This user on Reddit posted that they got blocked by her after commenting about the dangers of fast food and binge eating, so she definitely sees it. Okay, now maybe she's thinking she'll just continue doing this content short term since she knows it's unhealthy. She'll just farm and save up the money from it and then switch to something else later. But you know who else said they would stop making mukbang content multiple times? Yup, our classic example, Nikocado Avocado. The psychological aspect of it, of you're not only getting addicted to the fame and attention you're getting from your content, but you're also getting addicted to the food, and you're associating food with success. The more you eat, the more often you eat, the more clicks, the more engagement, the more money. If she continues at this rate, she's putting herself at a risk of lifelong health problems and in an extreme case, even death. A 24-year-old Chinese mukbanger named Xiaoting recently died in the middle of one of her live streams. She initially started posting mukbangs to make money on the side, but once she gained quite a larger following, she quit her original job and went full-time as a mukbang streamer. As her channel grew, she started consuming larger and larger quantities of food for longer periods of time. Some days she would eat for 10 hours straight. It reached a point where she was not only getting paid for the live streams themselves, but followers were also sending her additional food to encourage her to keep eating. 1000% case of feeder content. Before her passing, she was hospitalized multiple times for stomach hemorrhages, and at the time of her death, she weighed about 660 pounds and was found to have a surplus of undigested food in her lower stomach. Now, to be fair, the source of the danger that comes out of making mukbang content is also the source of danger for content creation as a whole. There's a constant pressure as a creator to continue one-upping yourself in each new content that you produce. But with mukbang content, this pressure turns into eating more food more frequently, eating unhealthier food and under intense time limits, and more. The immediate threat to one's own health is just crazy. And I get why mukbangs are enjoyable to watch. Not all mukbang content are like the ones that jellybeansweets is producing or what Nikocado Avocado created. It can be done in a healthy and safe way. It's just a potential slippery slope. If you really think about it, how we just broke it down in this video, when we watch this kind of extreme mukbang content, we're essentially watching somebody harm themselves, and that's really dark. At the end of the day, she has the right to do whatever she wants with her body, but as a bystander, it's crazy to watch it unfold. And yeah, she's making her own decisions, but as an audience member, the way that we react to it is what's going to influence her decision. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. Thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. Please like and subscribe to support the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!